Alright, today's video is a video I should have done 2 years ago when I moved in here. Just to show the progress that I've made so far. So this is going to be the first video that's kind of a tour of around the farm. See the current progress. That way each year I can make a video like this and show the difference between last year and this year. Because in 2 years I've made a big dip. Basically 2 years ago, Grandpa passed away. I ended up moving in with Grandma to make sure she stays here and not a nursing home. She obviously can't do the firewood and stuff like that. That's my main purpose. The house is heated with firewood. Also the water's heated with the firewood, so it's a year-round thing. Later on I'll probably change it to the hot water being on a regular water heater. That way during the summer I don't have to burn wood. It doesn't take much wood, but it's still a pain. Wintertime it's so cheap to burn the wood compared to gas or electric, so definitely got to keep the wood around. But anyways, we're just go ahead and get started here. Kind of walk or talk through on some of the stuff that I've done. Kind of show just the current progress. And we're going to start on one side of the property and go to the other side. Right here is just kind of my little processing center of some firewood. This is kind of after I cut the main logs out. This is just some extra brush around here. So right here is the rabbit barn. There's 3 rabbits in it right now. Other than that, pretty empty. Just some tree stumps from cutting up some of the firewood. I gotta move that to my stump pile. We'll go down to here. I'll say it's a wet, nasty, muddy day. Can't really do too much around the farm without making a huge mess. Or it's I don't know, like 32 degrees out, so it's cold out too. So I don't really want to do too much anyways. So this right here, to the left side here, was a tree line, an old fence line. All these grown up trees that I took out. Wrapped around this corner and went along the edge of the field right here. I've taken all this out. It's still got, over there to the left, you can still see where some of the brush is still there. So something I need to clean up later. I plan on getting a grapple for this tractor. But first I got to get the third function kit for this. And then I'll end up going to an auction and actually getting a grapple cheaper. Instead of spending the $2,600 that they want from Rural King, I can go to the auction and get a grapple for $1,000, $1,500. Be a much better option price-wise for me. A tree that I haven't done yet is kind of where I stopped at this fence line. You can see the old fence line here and just how it was, how overgrown it was with trees. We don't really have any animals left anymore. This fence line I'll eventually get taken out since I got the Mini back up and running. It had a hydraulic leak and I just finally got it fixed basically when I started up these videos again. Well, started this channel. I do have a personal channel also, but it's mainly just like short video clips. So it wasn't too watchable. This channel I'm trying to, at least 10-minute videos that are actually edited and watchable. Of course, this one's going to be a little bit more just raw footage. Just kind of showing the property. That way, it's kind of mainly for myself, so I can go back and see the progress myself. This is going to be the end of this tree line and fence line. So all this right here, this whole fence line that we just drove, I'm going to end up taking out and open this up. And then of course all those trees I'll end up cutting up and using for firewood. So it's not like it's going to go to waste. Another reason I haven't been too concerned about getting a regular water heater, because I got so much old fence line to tear out. This is one of the creeks that runs through the property. This is the pretty small one, more of a ditch than anything. And it basically the very start of a creek. There's a pond just on the other side of that road where all that drains out of. So this is another section that I've started, getting some of this old fence line out of here, trees. You'll see where I've started on this section. Another reason I need to grapple to get some of this stuff loaded in my dump trailer and take to a stump to use to burn the stumps out. But all these trees and the old fence that's in this line, I plan on taking out, which will also open up this field a little bit better and add some more acreage to tillable ground. I will bring the Mini in here and kind of grade this dirt so it's a little bit more level to farm. Looks like we found a deer. Probably coyotes. I got plenty of them around here. So another thing I need to work on is I do want to get a gun set up for coyotes at night. Probably be another video in the future. So here's this tree line. All of this I plan on taking out and just open this up. I'm going to use the Mini and actually take the whole tree, roots and everything out of here. That way when he comes in here, he can plow this and not damage his implements. I'll be taking this section out too, all the way up to this tree right here to the left. And then I'll leave all this alone because that's mainly a drainage ditch right through there. So I'll leave that because he can't really farm that anyways. So there's no point in taking all that out. So there was a tree down there. So basically basically all the trees that are here are going to be left alone until they fall over, and then I'll cut them up for firewood. But until they fall down, they're staying up because I got plenty of wood elsewhere. Now right here is another section that I've already worked. I'll say it started at this corner right here. You can see where I got some of the trees laying off to the right. But this right here in front of the bucket is all trees, good sized trees, and old fence line. And I've taken all of it out, all the way down to the roots with the Mini. I do have, I think, 2 trees up here that I haven't fully taken out quite yet. Basically when the Mini kind of sprung the leak. Now that I got the Mini fixed, once this dries up a little bit more, I'll come in here and get this pulled down all the way out of the hole, fill the hole in, and then start cutting it up. Just another little brush pile from all the other trees. Yeah, it's a big hole. Some of you Rural King tractor guys always complaining about the R4 tires versus the R1 tires. I mean, this is a muddy mess, and it's fine. I don't have problems with these R4s. This whole line right here on the edge of this field, this was all overgrown trees, old fence line. Off to the right, see my little stump pile, and then a brush pile, and this whole section is just nothing but trees and old fence line. And so I'll have to turn around. This creek right here is probably about 3 foot deep and 4 foot wide. Don't quite want to attempt it with this tractor. The Mini's no problem, it doesn't care. But this tractor is a little too much. We'll just speed up right here. Go over here to this little field. Go back up the hill. I don't think I put the video out yet of bush hogging this, but one of the videos after this, I'll end up getting some video of this section. These were old goat houses. Goats used to be in this pasture. Love that tree. That tree's not actually dead, it's still alive. It's been on its side for probably, well, as far as I can remember. So, I mean, at least a good 20 years. Still getting over my sickness. Say off here to the left, all this wood. Most of this I actually get with a tree service, and they load me up. I go to them normally like in town or in a housing addition, and they have a little stand-on skid loader, and they load me up. Makes it nice. Got my dump trailer there. Just this is from video 5. I basically got home, unloaded the tractor to be able to use, and then I unhooked. I had to go to work. Just kind of left it there. Figured I'd get to it later. So this, make sure it's in frame here. This little circle driveway, it was not there when I came. It used to be just like straight over to the left in front of the dump trailer and ended. So there was no way to turn around unless you backed into the yard with the trailer to be able to turn around with any trailer, really. So one of the first things I did do is come in here and added all this gravel and made a little roundabout, per se. That way I could maneuver these trailers and not have to be in the yard running it up. That was one of the many things I've done so far. We're gonna say from this spreader right here over to the blue is a trailer over there. So from the spreader to that blue trailer, this whole corner of this field to the left of that used to be nothing but old metal, trailers, implements. Most of the trailers and implements were so badly gone that they were just scrap. None of them were repairable. That's one of the first things I did also with the dump trailer and the Mini. Here's another video idea for you that later on, probably this summertime, I'll probably end up doing. But this car was from a demo job that I did. Later on I'll probably post some footage of it, but it was a 3-story pole barn that I tore down with the Mini. And that was part of the cleanup process of that property. And just needed to get rid of it. So that was part of the project. Later on, probably gonna make a video destroying it. It'll probably involve this tractor with pallet forks, flipping it around. Probably be using the Mini. I got some other friends that do YouTube channels also. They got Jeeps. We'll probably be driving over this car in a future video. But like I said, it'll probably be summertime. Not sure when. So this barn, the inside was just full of stuff. Grandpa was a hoarder, so he kept pretty much everything. It didn't matter if it worked or if it was broken. It was kept. That's mainly some of this stuff out here. That's mainly just from cleaning the inside out, that I need to sort through the metal to take the scrap, and then the rest of it will go to the landfill. Just kind of one of those, slowly working at it. Just trying to clean up the farm. The black bush hog back there, I'll say the video that I'm uploading today, it'll be number 6. So my number 6 video, bush hogging with the RK tractor, with the orange one, that is the orange one that I redid. The gearbox broke in it, so I put a new gearbox on it and I painted the whole thing black to better match behind the tractor. The rack and ramps you see to the right of that is my side-by-side rack. That goes in the back of my pickup, and I have a razor that I have not featured in a video yet, but that's another toy I have that will end up being on video. I'll probably be doing some wheeling videos with the other friends that do YouTube. And then probably just some fun videos with the razor. But that's what that's for. The old air compressor tank, I have a project for that. I'm thinking it's going to be a bonfire. Well, not bonfire, but like a campfire little fireplace, basically. I got a plasma cutter and stuff. We'll end up cutting it open, welding some legs on. It's kind of big, but I got the pallet forks to move it around the farm for when I have get-togethers here. I think that's about it. Just a normal plow. Just a lot of stuff I need to clean up still. Always got projects outside here. It's kind of why it's Swift Outdoors. I got such a variety, it was kind of hard to really come up with a name per se. Just outdoors was kind of just how it ended up being. We got an old running gear, old Hay Wagon. That'll probably be another video, redoing it, getting it where I got a hay wagon for hay rides and stuff later on. Probably get rid of the orange, probably do either black or red, just to kind of match with the tractor. The Mini, which has been featured in a few videos already, I think number 1, 2, 3 already. Big pile of scrap metal. That's kind of why the Mini's over here right now. Is I plan on doing a video soon about cleaning this all up and getting it to the scrap yard. If you notice the horses in the background, those are basically the only animals we got here. We got the 3 rabbits, 4 horses, 4 dogs, I think 6 cats now, and that's it. Used to have a lot of goats, used to have cows, used to have a lot of more animals, but the fence is so bad. That's kind of another reason I'm taking the fence line out on a lot of the sections. It's going to end up putting new fence in, but I kind of had to get rid of all the trees to be able to put new fence in, and then I'll be able to maintain it and keep it mowed down, keep from new trees growing up. That silver barn over there is actually built after the red barn. That is all scrap wood and metal that Grandpa ended up getting, and then ended up building a whole barn out of scrap. It needs a lot of work. It's not a professional build. It's all scrap stuff. Hardly go in it. It's got horse stalls to the right, and I got like I got an International tractor in there with a loader that I need to pull out and sell. It's a gas powered. It's a gas hog. It's bad. It's 2-wheel drive. It's got a trip bucket. I mean, it sucks. It's not made for a loader. It's industrial, so the front axle is way back. It'd be great for bush hogging, and that's about it. But the loader work, it hardly picks anything up, and the front axle's back way too far. And then I got the hay baler in there, and I got some implements in there, but hardly gets used. You can see how bad the fence is. We've put up a round pin, is what it was. Put it up just to keep the horses in this section for now until we do some fencing later on. I believe this was video number 1 that I've done already and uploaded. this was a huge hole. Whenever I did the demo job of the pole barn, most of the wood went in here, and you know, I ended up burning it, obviously. But of course, there was metal that was nailed to the wood that I had to, you know, just throw in there and burn, and then go in later on, get all the metal out. I also had a bunch of stumps and stuff. You see the one stump to the right. I'm gonna end up cleaning this up a little bit more of the trash, get it into where it's a hole again. I got a lot of stumps to bring over here, and then all the brush from the tree line will go in there and help burn these stumps out. And then here we have, can't really see it right now, but normally this is mowed like a yard. Down at the very end, we have a backstop. This is the long range. And then off to the right, you see the fridge over there with the target on it. That's the short range. And that is, at this table, it's 100 yards down to the backstop here. There is a backstop behind the fridge, and I got some sofas and mattress to shoot with the shotguns and stuff, just random targets that were from projects. I figured it'd be more fun to shoot versus just throw them away. Also, we'll go down here. Kind of got a stump pile going. Kind of part of the backstop for the long range. Figure the more stuff, more stumps and wood and dirt that I can get back here, the better. Trying to build it up as high and as wide as possible, because you know, not everybody's a good shot, especially when you're trying to, you know, sight in your gun. You're not always on target, but got a little board set up there just to put bottles on or whatnot, just to shoot. So there's a kind of a swamp over here to the, well, this whole section's kind of a swamp. That's why it's a range and not anything else. Because you can't work the ground over here. So might as well make it a shooting range. Of course, this is another hay wagon that I need to redo eventually. Take all that scrap metal in. This hay wagon actually has a hydraulic cylinder under it. It actually tilts. I'm not sure how much. I'm not sure if I could actually use it as a dump trailer, kind of. It's one of those things I gotta play with later, get everything off of it, take all that scrap in. Just another project that'll eventually get done. This blue trailer used to be an old square dancing table, or not table, but platform. It was used for many years. The grandparents used to square dance. It was in a club. It is a really heavy trailer, and I think that's going to be another video. It is a project to make another creek crossing somewhere along the creek, but I'm not sure yet. This is an old camper. I kind of had plans to make a tiny home out of it, a tiny house, whatever the term you want to use. I'm not sure if I'm ever going to get to that. I do have the title. I can do it. It's just I got so many projects going on that might not be one that I get to. was like it's probably about 7 foot round tree. So the stump is like just huge. I'm still trying to burn it out. It's almost gone. So you'll see some concrete, pile of concrete over here to the right. This is all runoff. This it's a huge swell is basically what it is. It's probably about 40 foot wide. You can see my path where I've been going through. Obviously there's water right here. The plan is to get the Mini down here, dig a ditch, and what I want to do is build this up, and then I'll use some of this concrete and put it over here to the right, and along the sides of it, and kind of keep it from washing out. Get the culvert pipe in there, kind of get it where it flows through there, and build it up so I can actually get across to the other side without going through the mud. And especially if I got something a little wider. Now I can get over there. I have this path right here. I mean, normally there's corn or beans over here, so anything wider than this bucket doesn't really fit through. So I mean, it's okay for the Razor. This tractor, I also got an Alice 190 that I'll probably make some videos on later on. It's a big tractor. It won't fit through those. So that's another reason I need to build this up. That way I can get across to this section over here. This is another tree line that I need to take out. Obviously haven't yet. Got a bunch of old fence in this one too. Cows used to roam over here. That's been a long time ago. Kind of go up here. You can see this little path. This was nothing but trees and old fence line through here. All along here. A little stump pile and brush that I need to burn still. But all this right here that we're going through, all the way up to these trees, was an old fence line. Just had some huge stumps right in this area. Need to still flatten this out. Probably gonna have it where he can kind of see where this is a little darker. There's a valley. Probably got a few acres right here that he can till, and then it starts to get wet over there. But since I got that fence line out and the tree lines and stumps, he should be able to this year start tilling some of this up. We rent these fields out, so the more acreage that we can get, the more we make. Here's actually some of the stumps that I pulled out with the Mini, just to give you a size comparison. I mean, this tractor barely wants to. Actually, it doesn't want to lift it up, but it's big. The bucket's 72 inches wide, just for a comparison. And I think there's 4 of these stumps. I'll probably throw a picture. I don't think I got any video, but I think I got some pictures with the Mini and these stumps whenever I pulled them out. But they're big. much it on all the tree lines and old fence lines. I'm really not sure if I want to worry about taking this little section out, because there's not much that he can gain right here. And it is kind of wet right here in this corner. So depending on how the weather is when he does actually till, on if it would even be worth it. It might be too wet in that little corner. But that'll be, you know, something later on. It probably won't be this year. I want to focus more up there towards the road, towards the beginning of the video. That's priority over this section over here. Do a little size comparison with the bucket right here. Just everything you see in ash, that was a stump. I'll say it is a good 7-8 feet. Not sure if I have any photos of it, but if I do, I'll post it up here. Just some random farm implements. Kind of down here out of the way. Well, check my battery on this. Looks like we can make make a little cruise on the woods. Show you some of the trails that I've made. All this concrete here, this was starting to wash out really bad. I got a friend that does some concrete work and talked him into getting a dump trailer to start making more money for himself. I'd like to convince him into getting a YouTube channel and doing some video of himself doing some of the work. Of course, I think it would benefit because if locals see him, you know, that's free advertisement, and it shows how his work is. So it'd be nice if he could learn to do the video editing and do some videos of himself. I think YouTube's an awesome platform. Just to kind of, for one, I'm kind of doing this for myself to be able to look back at stuff. I think it's neat. For two, you know, I watch other YouTube channels too. I like seeing progress that people make. So if you got a YouTube channel and you do stuff like this, I'm interested. Of course, anybody that's got an RK tractor that is watching, you probably watch Outdoor with the Morgans also. Obviously, I got heavy equipment, so I watch like Let's Dig 18. You know, I watch a variety of stuff. That's kind of what the channel is about. Is just kind of what I'm doing and just the variety that I have. I also have some motorcycles. They're dual sport with an XR 650L. I also have a adventure bike, which is the Honda Africa Twin. I'll probably make some videos on that too. I think we got a Riders for Striders event coming up in a few weeks, I think. I do not have a helmet cam or anything yet, and I need to buy more batteries for the GoPro to be able to do some of those videos. But I'm going to try to pick up some extra batteries and SD cards, and I'll try to do some videos like that. It just takes a lot of memory and a lot of battery doing videos on a bike. You can't exactly just keep turning the camera on and off. You end up missing stuff. You need to focus, on actually riding. So that's going to be something where I just hit play and I just record everything. And then every so often, when the battery gets low or memory, I'll have to stop and swap it out, and then get back on, keep going. It just takes a lot of time doing videos like that, but I do plan on doing that. I'm not sure how long this video is getting, but like I said, this is more for me than anything to be able to look back on. Like even these trails aren't really that exciting. But again, video's a little bit more for myself to look back on, and it'd be neat to see trails that I add. What I'll probably do is I'll probably stop the video right here and make this a part 1, and then I'll do a part 2 of the woods and the trails, because there's a lot of trails, and I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to do the trails today because it's muddy and there's hills, but I'm going to attempt it. So this is part 1 and the beginning of part 2.